Just can't live my life based upon what other people think about me.
That made it easier to be able to walk in your sins, to know that you are not going to be perfect. Things are going to happen to you. But because I for you, you're able to ask for forgiveness and try to live righteous.
That don't mean that you can justify bringing somebody else into this world just because you had trauma. You have to become a whole person before you bring another whole person into this world. And if you really want to raise them up in the admonition of God, you cannot continue to live a lifestyle that would then lend itself to them living in sin, the very sin that we're trying to get away from. Forgiveness is for us. Grace is directly coming from God. We don't have grace to give.
So you don't sin? Elephant in the room, real quick. I want to address the elephant in the room. We got Anton Daniels here.
What up?
I didn't tell nobody we was doing an interview. Did you tell somebody we was doing an interview?
I told my people on the low.
Because it got out somehow. And I was like, damn it, I wanted that boom effect.
But
like
we were supposed to do it.
I know.
It was the winter storm and we were supposed to do it way before that.
Yeah. I just wanted it to be like.
This is the kind of the reread interview.
Okay. All right, cool. Because, seeing us together, they would have been like, what the
You? I'm mad at you.
What'd I do? Oh my God.
Because okay, so Charleston is my guy.
Yeah.
And you was like, Charleston, don't you think you made Anton's platform?
I did say that. I said that.
I mean it, but I get it. I understand.
You didn't come on my radar until his videos started popping up.
But that's true. That's a lot of people's radar.
Yeah.
Right. But then at the same time, I ain't come on a lot of people's radar until I was about to deal with Corey Holcomb either. So
yeah, but then I went back to do my research. You had a couple channels. You got a few channels
Yeah,
that
I got
are
like 4.
Yeah, so you've really been doing this a long time.
I'm a workaholic.
Yeah. So like, no, I'm not trying to play on your top. You've been doing this.
No, I think it's fair.
It's not fair because like that's like somebody coming up to say, "Oh, didn't you become famous because you got sued?" What?
But I mean, the reason why I think it's fair is because I don't take stuff personal from a content creation perspective. Like I get it.
All is algorithm.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people get easily offended at most things. I'm not one of those type of people. I've been doing it too long. I understand it.
How long you been doing this, Azar?
12, 13 years.
Okay, longer than me.
I've been on, but you know what? When
You've
I
been
first,
on YouTube 12, 13 years?
yeah. But when I first started doing it, I was still in corporate America, so I couldn't really say the stuff that I really wanted to say because it would affect my bag and what I was doing and what I was building, right? Because I worked at banks, even though I was in information technology services, user experience, and then I worked my way up through that, and then eventually I retired in 2019.
Okay.
Right before I didn't know the pandemic was coming, but I retired in 2019.
Oh, look at you! You got out there and got in quick, didn't you?
Yeah, I was 37
Okay.
when I retired. So, but I went broke in 08, and then I retired at 37, 2019.
I went broke in 08. 5 bankruptcy in 08.
I think everybody went broke.
This is my second bankruptcy, but I ain't broke in this one.
Well, bankruptcy don't mean that you broke.
I just like to flex on that shit.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta have money to file the type of bankruptcy I had, bitch.
That is true. Yeah.
So the thing is, like, but you know, we just ain't got it all to get everybody at one time. You know,
You know what I'm saying?
you got to get in line, baby. You got to get bottom line. Like, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I did because when Charles was like, "You don't think you built that chain?" He's like, "No, anti." So he actually corrected that.
But to his credit, though, I think that he did give a lot of visibility, right?
Okay.
And on top of that, I think that he has made an impact on a lot of people's platforms and channels. So he deserves, you know what I'm saying, that credit.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a great content creator, but I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
Because even after the interview, you still have to sustain yourself, right? You still got to build yourself. You still got to continue to maintain those eyes. So he does deserve a lot of credit, but I'm going to get there no matter what.
No, you've been getting there. I saw you just unveiled a plaque, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that. I got like 4 of them.
Yeah, so like I got 2. I'm like, that's
I'm chasing you.
I got a 3rd one. What do you mean? We have the same amount of followers. Stop.
Yeah, but you got there first.
Well, you know, because I don't know how we got there. At the end of the day, you still finished the race. You understand?
I'm not
you
done.
never got out the race.
I'm not done.
I don't feel like we're racing now. It's like we're established and it has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Unless we're like Beyonce and we're harboring alleged pedophiles and they lose like 12 million in one swipe. I wish I would. I'd be like, Jay-Z, you got to
You be on that head top,
bro.
You be all over the head top. You know what? But you operate with no fear.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what that is.
Everybody's equal. We all piss shit, bleed the same. All got the same.
Most content creators ain't like that. A lot of them they so busy trying to be friends with each other that they can't be real and be honest. But that's
even
what
if
I
I'm
respect
your
about
friend, I'm still gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it takes a certain type of person to be friends with me. I have a lot of friends that I've been friends with my whole life, but they understand Tasha is not gonna hold her tongue. I stand on truth first. I'm the type of person, if I see something and it looks like it's injustice or it's fucked up, I'm gonna jump out the window. But then I'm gonna go back and ask later, why the fuck did I just jump out the window? But I'm already out there fighting this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you didn't have to fight. That was the wrong team. Literally, that's how I am.
Yeah. I feel you. I get it.
But this ain't about me. This about you.
It's about me?
Yeah, they know about you on my platform. They know about me.
I don't know.
Yeah. Unless you want to collaborate.
I mean, we could do that too.
Okay, cool.
Right now,
Yeah.
I want you to ask whatever you want to ask.
I do. So first of all, before I even got my team to reach out to you, Mika came to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my homegirl.
Pop Culture Mika.
Yeah.
And she had a manager hit me. I was like, why does somebody with 50,000 followers have a manager? I was like, where they do that at? What she do?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to Google, like, I'm talking about, say, why does she have a manager and an agent? I ain't seen her in no more. What'd she do? And she was like, well, I'm labeled as, Anton Daniels' side chick, and I'm nobody's side chick. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I said, give her the interview.
Yeah.
So then she backed up a little bit. She was
Why?
like, she was supposed to do it, then she made up an excuse, and then made up another excuse. I told her, I said, hey, Anton's coming on the platform on Wednesday. We need to get you before, because otherwise the story's going to die down. You came to me, I didn't come to you.
Right.
Right? The internet is slaughtering her name right now.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I think it's unjustified because, well, I mean, you know what the internet is, right? First of all, I have to take a little bit of responsibility for that because I'm infamous right now. And it's for a lot of different reasons. One of the reasons I think is because of my political perspective, and that don't sit well with the black community.
Are you a Trumper?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm Republican, conservative to my heart.
Okay.
And I think that I helped swing the election in Michigan.
Okay.
And because I'm an equal accountability smoke giver, people don't like that. They don't like it when I speak on the degeneracy of the culture. They don't like it when I talk about that. So, I got a lot of people with bullseyes on me, and that's cool. I'm with that.
I mean, but when I see the headlines, I really didn't see any smoke with you until the Corey Holcomb situation blew up.
Yeah, naturally.
And I the reason I reached out is because I liked the way that you handled him. You called him bluff on his own show, and he didn't meet you at the back door.
I don't think that Corey Holcomb has been selling an image for a long time. A very, very long time. And even to the point to where he had threatened women, he had threatened people. But see, that's one of the reasons.
Say that again.
He will. He had threatened women. He had threatened a lot of different people.
Okay.
But see, the thing about me is that I come from two different types of backgrounds, right? I was raised in Detroit, Michigan, which is a largely, overwhelmingly black city. It's one of the blackest cities in the United States of America.
Pour some wine for you while you.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Keep going.
See, she gonna try to get me tipsy.
Get
really
going.
tight.
Try.
But
You're getting tipsy.
But I come from the inner city of Detroit, but then at the same time, thank you, baby.
You know how to taste that?
I don't. I'm new to
okay,
this.
so you're gonna swirl
Like this,
it,
and
swirl
smell
it
it.
around, smell it. Get your tongue ready for it.
Okay, I know you the expert.
Yeah. So you smell it, you get it. Okay, now taste it. Let me know how you like it.
It's good.
Okay.
Really, really
Yay. We got a good bottle. This is the California Traditions Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay. 12% alcohol. And it's fresh blackberry and juicy dark fruit. And
Is that you?
lemon. No, mine comes out. Well, mine is out, but it's not on the market yet. We have our own wine.
That's
It's called
really good.
Islaya. And it is a sparkling wine. So it breathes like a champagne, but tastes like a wine. So
you're trying to make me be more sophisticated.
yeah, this is the upper echelon shit.
All right, I gotta raise my
I could get some Still Reserve Coors Light. Cheers. I'm gonna drink with
I'm
you.
with
Cheers. Yeah. All right. Cool. So, as you were saying with Corey Holcomb,
But because I'm from the inner city of Detroit, it's a little bit different for me. So, and I'm sure we're gonna get there, but I was raised in the inner city, but I wasn't raised to be a thug. I had both parents in my household. I was raised in a church, but it didn't mean that I didn't see and I wasn't raised around my brother. I got 3 brothers, no sisters. 2 older brothers, 6 and 7 years older than me. So I come from an environment where we still had to survive, right? We still had to figure it out, but we had a great foundation. So anybody that I've ever seen that come from the hood, real people, no matter how deep you in it, nobody want to be in the hood for the rest of their life, right? So that's the goal, is to get out of the hood. It's to get out of in most instances, it's to get out of those certain environments. So I was the kid in my family that was like, yo, Anton is going to be something. We got to make sure that we protect him. We got to make sure that he don't get caught up in the nonsense. So even when I was in middle school, when I started getting caught up, my parents sent me to private school for 7th and 8th grade, and then I went back to public school in high school, and I went to Cass Tech. So it's one of the most prominent schools in Detroit, public schools. So I come from an environment where you fight if you have to, but that's not something that you look for. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I pulled up to his show, first of all, I talked to him on the phone. Well, let me back up a little bit. He had been asking me to come on the show for a long time, like more than a month and a half, 2 months before I even got in contact with him.
Okay.
So I sent him a DM and then I sent him a super chat and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be over on the West Coast. You know, let's go ahead and do it then, because I prefer to do it in person. I don't want to do no live streams. So he hit me up through some mutual people that we know together. And he was like, you know, let's do it. I know we got opposing views. I hope you're not recording this phone call. All of this. Well, because he was throwing certain people under the bus, right? Right. So he threw Dave Chappelle under the bus. Tommy Sotomayor, he told me that don't ever mess with him because he a snake. So he's telling me all of this stuff, right? And of course I didn't record it because I don't record phone calls. I think that that's female behavior. But he was like, yo, we gonna have a dynamic show because we on completely different views and we might clash. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I get out there and Mika, she was supposed to be signing to me, right? She was supposed to be signing to me as a content creator because we create content on one of my channels. I help her out or whatever. And so I was supposed to be, you know, she's one of my people. I'm starting a new company and all of that. So I told her, I said, listen, I was supposed to do No Jumper and I was supposed to do the Corey Holcomb. That's why I was on the West Coast. I was gonna knock them out at the same time. So I told her, I said, listen, I'm gonna bring you out and hopefully I can get you, I'm gonna get you some visibility. And then that'll help you, you know, get your platform more visibility. And that way you won't just depend on me. You'll be able to jump off on your own, right? So I brought her off. Adam, 22, he wound up not being able to do it. I guess he had a fight, you know, his boxing match or whatever. So he said, yo, let's reschedule. And then we was gonna do the Corey Holcomb thing. So they gave me a time, got out there on time. Actually, I was a little bit early. I was like 5-10 minutes early. He shows up a half hour, 45 minutes later to his own thing. In the meantime, I have an opportunity to see everything, kick it with Darlene, kick it with everybody that's on the show. I tell Mika, I say, listen, I'm gonna talk to Corey, which that's my fault, right? Because I talked to his people and they was like, well, we gonna talk to Corey and ask him if she can be visible on the platform since he asked you to be here. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's just come out here and let's just chill. Mika flew out the day before because I was already out in LA. So she came out the day before because No Jumper got canceled. So it wasn't no point in her being out there. And, you know, I asked Corey beforehand, I'm like, yo, is it cool that she be on the platform? And he was like, we'll see, whatever, so on and so forth. But either way, I was gonna respect his opinion because it's his platform and I'm a guest on his platform. So I told Mika, I said, yo, just chill. I had, you know, security there or whatever, just chill. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. You know, sometimes you take risks, sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. So Mika was like, cool, I ain't tripping about it. And then everything played out the way that it played out, so.
Do you feel like
But I think he a hoe for that though.
Do you feel like he set you up for views?
Well, he thought that's the reason why I gave you the backstory of where I was from is because he thinks that just because I'm a family man, I don't have no children out of wedlock, I advocate for people to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying, all of that type of stuff. He took it for weakness. And so a lot of people don't even realize if you go back and you replay it, he disrespected me first. He said, yo, you kiss white people ass, or you kiss the ass of white men. And then that's when it jumped off. And that's when I was like, oh, you suck the black people then. So he thought,
because I only saw your part. I didn't miss that because
go back and watch it. It was cool. First of all, he was late, whatever, so on and so forth. He didn't trip or none of that. And then when we start having conversations and we start getting into it, he started getting in over his head because he can't actually articulate a point or debate anything, right?
Without saying bitch.
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah. So he caters to the lowest common denominator of people that don't know anything. So I don't think he knew what he was getting himself into. And when it started getting over his head and then he started getting disrespectful, that's when I had to, I'm okay, let's get disrespectful then. Is that what we doing? Then he like, let's move the chairs. He made Darlene get out of the chair. He gonna come up, which where I'm from, we not about the, I don't give a about none of that. Like either you gonna do something or you not. So the minute that he got out of the chair and then he sat down, I'm like, oh, he pumped Kool-Aid. He not really like that. All of that, I'm from Chicago and he just a comedian. He a tough guy on camera, but he not real in real life. You know what I'm saying? And when you say, and so we going back and forth. And my biggest thing was YouTube don't like fighting. So I still respected his platform. I told him. I said, I'm gonna respect your platform. Even in the midst of all of it, I said, I'm gonna respect your platform. Because he can get demonetized, he can get his platform removed.
Because y'all were live.
Yeah, it was live, it was in real time. And so after he kept on barking, I'm like, well, listen, we could just go out back. This don't have to be on the internet.
You got up so fast, put the chair back in, it was like, let's.
And you know what he did?
He turned around and
He sat down.
He sat down. Oh, no, I ain't.
So at the end of the day, and it's not even about, for me, where I'm from, it's not about winning and losing. It's about, if that's what you really want to do, then we can shoot a fair one at the end of it. We ain't got to do it in front of no cameras. All of this internet talk and all of that, we ain't got to do none of that. We can just go out back and figure it out. And the fade is still available if he wants it. No, that's the honest to God truth.
Can we get the boxing match set up in Miami?
If he wants to get his diabetic ass out here, and that's on everything. All of this talking on the internet, we know he cracked jokes because that's a defense mechanism. Corey Holcomb is see, people don't have thank God we don't have the internet from before, right? Because Corey Holcomb is the funny. He the dude that was in class, that was the class clown because it was a defense mechanism because he wasn't really that dude, right? So he was able to craft this image beautifully, beautiful image that he crafted for the internet and for the audience in order to make it seem like he a tough guy. But when you face to face with a man, we can really sense what's really going on, right? So all of that tough talk, see, he'll punch a woman in the face. He'll never do that to a man.
We got the receipts on that.
He'll never do that to a man, ever.
I don't think he's ever done that to a man.
See, I'm not and that's the beautiful thing. See, I'm not the tough guy, which means that I'm just responding. But the fade is still on deck if that's what he want to do, and we can get it in. We can do it on camera, off camera. We can put.
Can I host it?
Hold on. Let me do you one better. I'll do you one better.
What's up?
For every half amount that he put up, I'll double it.
So we got money on this.
So if he put up 100, I'll put up 2. I think Corey broke.
He ain't got no money. What you talking
I think
about?
he broke.
I talked to his baby mama and his ex-wife. He hiding money from them right now because he on that white bitch, the porn star.
I don't think he had money. I think he broke.
No, but the little that he do make, he's sending it outside of the U.S. and he ain't been paying taxes. We looked it up.
But I whatever it is that he put up,
he goes against everything that you stand for. Being able to pay your equal share. You're an upstanding citizen. You pay your taxes.
I don't know why.
You ain't got no child support. He couldn't even pay his baby mama. He got on the internet and started calling the baby mama and the daughter bitches and telling them they need to get their life together over a $150 increase to child support.
I didn't know that.
Which made it $20. Did you listen to the audio?
I listened to it, but see, that was after the incident had already happened.
Bro.
I went and did some research, right? But I didn't know that he was completely disrespectful towards his own people, his own children. And that was my one miscalculation because, well, first of all,
he ain't got nothing to lose.
Well, let me rewind it for you, Tasha. So then he knows that Mika is there in order to try to, get some visibility for the platform and all of that stuff.
What are you trying to do with Mika?
Oh, he ain't trying to do. He can't stop. But it's funny because my wife and Mika is cool. They friends in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no secret. It ain't nothing. I told him, hey, can I bring her on a platform? So why would we look at it from a perspective of, oh man, he's hiding this chick? If I ask you, can she come on a platform? It don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? But he did what some sucker dudes do. Now, I understand it from your perspective, right? If you a woman or you a woman with a platform, you just want to get the story out. You want to get the tea, all of that stuff. But guys ain't supposed to do that type of shit. We not supposed to, oh man, that's why what the f is that? So you want to ruin, see, he don't know, but he want to try to ruin families, ruin relationships. Real dudes don't do that type of stuff. That's how I know he a hoe. That's how I know he a hoe, is because dudes we don't move like that. No matter what you do, it's between me and you. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else in there. But see, catered to the lowest denominator, and then he wound up putting my daughter on the internet, who's underage. That's the one miscalculation that I made, is that he put my daughter on the internet. And like, I don't care what you say about me, none of that matters. But see, when you come from my underage daughter, now what's up?
Are you handling that?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Crossing all T's, dotting all I's. Absolutely, I'm not gonna let that go. I'm never gonna. You could say whatever, we could figure it out between us, but when you put my family in it, I'm never, ever, ever going to let that go.
And you didn't even go that far, so I do want to put that out. Like, you didn't go as far as pulling family.
I don't do that.
Trying to,
I'm still not gonna do that.
Put side bitches on him. You literally addressed the issue.
He introduced me to his girl in the studio.
You gotta tell me who that bitch is.
I can't.
The wife can.
But you know what? I can't, because that's man code.
I get it.
I just can't do that.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I'll talk to the missus. Don't worry. We'll have some wife.
But I can't, because it's man code. I just don't.
I just want to know what type of bitch laying up with him. What type of woman are you to lay up with a man who is literally on camera punching another woman in the face? What type of person are you to lay up with a man who calls his daughter, who is damn near a nurse practitioner, and says she needs to get her life together? This bitch over $200 worth of child support and has disowned her because of her mother holding him accountable to take care of her.
I will never, ever, ever. I've been married for 21 years. I will never let my girl's feet hit the ground. My girl ain't worked in 18 years.
As I said, what type of bitch is laying up with a bitch playing in his ass? Because the wife told me the reason she filed for divorce is because she allegedly refused to put fingers in that ass, but that white bitch who was a porn star did. And so for you to lay up with him, and if she black, bitch.
Well, maybe that's why every show he got to talk about the backdooria and gayness. Maybe that's why he's so easily offended by it.
I think honestly he's DL and hates
You think
it.
so?
Yeah, I do. I think he really, the way he loves on men and respects y'all and never hits y'all, but he'll put his hands on a woman, shows that he just loves men more than he loves women. And the way he just talk about his own daughter and...
Well, you know, women can sense that a little bit better than
we can. We know a faggot when we see one. We know one. Corey, you little hairy ass faggot you. Listen.
I don't
You know I don't fuck with him.
I didn't know y'all had...
Because I take it personal when, first of all, you would think the way he was talking about his daughter was like some bitch on the street that just got 3-4 kids, she got baby daddies.
You know what? I never did no research on his family because I never include the family.
Citizens.
I can't do that.
Teachers.
I will go at a person that's a public figure all day long. I can't go after the kids.
The child's mother, as well as the wife. The wife almost lost her baby due to the stress that Corey put her through. He was putting hands on her, according to her. He was beating her ass, keeping money from her, would punish her, like, I'll get you this.
What do you mean?
Like, he would say, I'm gonna get you a gift, but if she does something wrong, I'm not getting it for you. Like, he would wave his money in the air, then use her as content at his shows, use his entire family as. So to me, like, I'm like, okay, Corey, this is the issue that I have with Corey, is that you have fame. You have fame. Whether it's good fame or bad fame, you have fame.
Yeah.
So why, if you're up here, do you continue to go down here to bring people who are not where you are?
Because his shows is a reflection of his life.
I know, but you would think that the people that he's talking about are terrible people. They're not.
Yeah,
he
but
is an
it's painted through the eyes of a monster, though.
Narcissist.
It's painted through the eyes of a monster. So his vision and his view of life is completely different from the reality, right? He sees everybody else as the problem, right? The girl that he hit is her fault.
Yeah.
Right? And here's the other part about it.
That's a narcissist.
Yeah, and he has a bunch of people that is trying to get on, trying to get some visibility, and they reaffirm it, right? It's confirmation bias. They're basically enabling the bad behavior, and they're continuing to build up the monster. He don't have no. I told him that on the show. I said, you don't have nobody that holds you accountable.
You don't have nobody that loves him. I don't think he has anybody that truly loves him. Because anybody that
But if they loved you, they would hold you accountable,
they
right?
would hold you accountable.
Right.
And so for Corey, like, you know, I've had people try to bring us, please, you gotta talk to him. Please, you gotta talk to him. And I'm like, why do I need to talk to him?
Who, Corey?
Yeah.
I don't believe in peace. I believe you destroy completely.
I do not know what we would talk about.
I believe that there's certain. This is the part
Because he
that
gotta
they
run
mad
my
at me
husband a
about.
fade first because
He'll never.
of all the shit he said. So like, if you apologize to him, like I told Whack 100, and Whack 100 issued that apology, but I still didn't grant him the platform when he asked and wanted to pay me to sit down. I said, sir, you have to first apologize to my husband for saying that you me.
Yeah.
And second of all,
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said that. He said that me and Tasha, I've never met this man in my life. Never seen him. Never
That's
seen him.
crazy.
And then I thank God for Adam 22. Adam 22 was like, when he said that, I called him a liar right there. I knew he did.
Yeah.
You know, because he got upset because his girlfriend reached out to me.
I don't understand that either, though.
Yeah.
I don't understand guys that pillow talk.
Even if it's a pillow talk.
If let's say hypothetically it's 100% true, Tasha.
Right.
I don't respect guys that name names of the women that they have relationships with.
I
don't
guess he
respect that.
thought that, I don't know, that would somehow damage my credibility, but luckily for my viewers, they were like, if Tasha fucked you,
Yeah.
she would have told us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
I don't
would have
respect
told
that.
her.
I don't respect guys
But
that clout chase and name names of women. Hypothetically,
Yeah.
knowing, because obviously we both know that he didn't. But I don't respect that either.
I get it, but that's what they do. They will say any and everything to grab, whether it's good attention or bad attention, and not understanding if you already got the public's attention,
Right.
use it to do good.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Do you understand?
It's not gonna happen. You can forget it. That's not a thing. Nobody. Everybody is clout chasing. The guys is worse than the girls.
I'm watching what's
The
going
guys
down.
are 10 times worse.
I'm
than
watching
the
Tony
girls.
the Closer, and they send me his clips, and I'm like, he got me blocked up over there. One day he'll have me blocked, next day, but the way he be going in crying.
I thought y'all was supposed to be cool.
No, that's a whole nother story. I have to tell you that when you interview me.
All right,
what
cool.
happened?
I got
But as far as that, but like I'm just giving you an example. Like the way I'm seeing the guys move around here, we women, we just sipping our wine, just watching.
Yeah, I think that the guys, especially to have a platform, they 10 times worse than the women. They backbite, they gossip, they plant stories, they lie a lot of times. So I don't have no respect for these people, but that's why I also don't like the culture, because the culture has become a situation where all of the guys are so sassy to where they don't even respect the code no more. They don't respect man code, they don't respect man law. I feel so bad for Mika because she don't deserve none of this. Like, she genuinely is a good person, and she genuinely just wanna do content. Mika's content, the majority of it is not even about like relationships, it's about political stuff. Most of the stuff that she talks about is what's happening on the political spectrum. She just so happened to be pretty.
She's a little more than pretty.
Well, yeah, of course, but I'm just saying.
And just to kind of give you some feedback, that's why I asked if she called you.
Well, I usually talk to Mika pretty regularly because, again, she's a part of the platform. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of people that create content on one of my channels, and we do panels and all of that stuff. So I just check on people. I'm like, yo, you good? Is everything good?
I got you.
How's your mental and all of that stuff?
So the interview that took place the other night was a very intense interview because I took an approach as I took myself out of the situation. Well, I took Tasha K out of the situation.
You can't take Tasha K out of the situation.
I
Did you really?
I did. I took Tasha K out of the situation and I approached her as Latasha Kibi. I'm a married woman. I've been married 20 years. And
I've
I told her to
never
my
known
face.
your real name.
Latasha Kibi. Latasha Transarena Kibi. I know. Transarena means the transfer of love.
Okay.
Yes. So, and I looked at her profile and I said, you do content? She was like, yeah. So where's the content? And then she goes, oh, it's on this page. I said, oh, okay. So where did you meet Anton? And then she was like, "What? My viewers had told him to reach out to me, and he reached out to me." And I was like, "Well, how many followers did you have at the time?" And she says, "Like 1,200." I said, "So what was the content that he saw?" And she goes, "I don't know. Maybe he saw me on TV." I said, "Well, how did he see you on TV?
She
He
was
on Fox DC."
She was I guess maybe a correspondent.
Yes. I said, so she was like, maybe he saw the clips that I did in DC. I said, but he's in Detroit. That's local news.
Yeah.
I said, Mika, do you realize you got pretty privilege?
She does.
I said, do you think Anton, if you were ugly, would have reached out to you?
Hell no.
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
But she played oblivious to this.
Oh.
So that's when I had to get a little, you'll see it. You'll see it, because
I think it probably will be good.
I told her this, because I said, well,
I don't want no, I'm not interested in having.
No, I got you. But what I'm telling you, because you gonna have to address this, because I took it from a wife's standpoint. I'm like, he been married 20 years, and I'm pulling up pictures of the wife. I'm like, the wife is nice. And I'm looking at you, and I'm
Well,
like,
you met her in real life.
Mika, yeah, she's gorgeous. And I'm looking at Mika, and I'm like, well, Mika, baby, all I see on the IG is ass. And she goes, well, I said, so is that your content? And she, no, I haven't heard you talk in any of the clips.
She talk all politics all the time. She's went viral multiple different times.
Do people listen to her?
Absolutely.
Do they get
Listen, Tasha, she is smart as hell.
Okay, she may be smart.
And she know how to talk that talk. But here's the thing. You understand as a content creator that the look also can matter, just especially for women, just as much as the content.
Okay.
It's the reality of the world that we live in.
But when you're too pretty.
What is too pretty? How can you be too pretty?
I could be too pretty. If I was on here with, stomach out, cleavage out, and I'm, there's a way that I can,
you would probably have 3 million instead of.
I doubt it, because are they listening to me? Yes, I may have 3 million followers, but do I have impact?
Yes.
So no, I get so much respect
See, that's
from
where we don't
married
disagree.
men.
Bullshit.
You're speaking from a man's perspective. I got married men that bring their wives to my show to say, I put my wife on you.
Mm-hmm.
She has to listen, and now the wife is a fan.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, they may follow me to say, oh yeah, she's attractive, but Mika.
You're a nice looking woman.
I know I'm nice looking, but I don't.
Like, people need to meet you in person. You smell good.
Thank you.
That.
I don't sell that. I sell my voice. I don't sell ass up over here.
Yeah, but Tasha, you are in a completely different space, respectfully. You are in a completely different space. Even the type of content that you talk about is completely different than a lot of other people and a lot of other women that are content creators. I don't want to name no names, you know what I'm saying, of different people.
Throw it out
no,
there.
I can't.
Yes.
I can't.
As an example.
As an example?
Okay.
Melanie King. It's a girl named Melanie King.
I know Melanie King. She was friends with, she did content with Kevin Samuels, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Which
yeah,
Kevin Samuels was a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
And so Melanie King is an aesthetically pleasing person that a lot of people, and let me tell you how I know.
Okay.
Is because when she had kind of showcased, I had people hitting me up like, Melanie got a guy, Melanie got a guy. When she had eventually kind of showcased that she had a guy in her life, people were hurt about that. People were hurt about that because unfortunately for women and fortunately for women, and you know this is true,
It's not.
It does matter. And the fact that a lot of guys will also tune in. Now, you can put the medicine in the candy, and this is one of the things that I teach the people that surround me is that, listen, the entertainment is important. The visibility is important. But what you want to do is you want to put the medicine in the candy, because the thing that's going to keep them is your ability to communicate and your ability to also be entertaining, right? So they may come for one thing, because when you meet a person in real life, you don't meet them to say, hey, what is your personality like? Especially men. The first thing that we look at is we look at you and we say, man, she's attractive. I want to go up to her and I want to get to know her. Now, what you do after you hook them in is a completely different conversation. What you do to keep them is a different conversation. But if we don't be naive and say that doesn't play a role, then I have to say that I disagree with you on that.
But what I'm saying is, but with Mika's content, I see more of the.
On Instagram, you do.
I
But
went
on
to
her
the,
actual
I went to
YouTube
the
channel-
YouTube channel. She got it darkened up, and I think that kind of plays against her. She does need to brighten up the site, because I was looking at it from a content creator standpoint. Like, if she was a really want motion, I'm critiquing her now.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
You're beautiful. I like that she does the crop up, so you can't really see the bottom. You
Right.
know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so you can focus more on what she's saying intellectually. So yes, it does help to be attractive, but there are some non-attractive women that dominate out here.
No.
Whoopi Goldberg, bro.
I'm
she,
not disagreeing
she is
with
not,
that.
according to men,
But the reason why Whoopi Goldberg
physically
don't-
attractive.
The reason why Whoopi Goldberg don't count is because Whoopi Goldberg hasn't come out in the social media age and era. Whoopi Goldberg already had equity from the fact that she had existed with credits and she had became visible in the movie scene and all of that way before she ever became a host on The View. She didn't break out. Name me somebody that broke out in the social media era.
That's ugly.
I ain't saying that's ugly, but we don't check for, because even with you are beautiful. Unlike
Thank
you,
you. I know that.
But
Thank
you're
you.
trying to downplay it like, oh, people only check for me for my content. I have to disagree with you
Bro,
about
do you
that.
see how I show up on my show?
But it doesn't matter. We know.
I got on the do-rag
you are-
sometimes, no makeup. Have you watched my content?
But-
I don't give a damn.
But you don't. You still are naturally beautiful.
Okay, I appreciate
You have a
that. Thank you.
naturally pretty look.
Thank you.
And it matters.
It matters. However, that doesn't keep people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said put the medicine in the candy.
Okay, but I feel that if I was, let's just say, not that attractive physically, and I'm not calling these women ugly, like I do not think Whoopi Goldberg is ugly. I'm just going by what society says, because they always try to throw jokes, especially at dark-skinned women. I have been compared to, oh, Whoopi Goldberg, oh, Leslie, oh, who else they call me? Fantasia, like that's a diss. I'm like, that lady
No, I
is
think
drop
that
dead
Fantasia is
fucking
good.
gorgeous. Like,
Yeah,
are you
facts.
serious? There's just so many people that they will compare me to, and it's to downplay, oh, well, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, no.
I'm gonna say something that probably is going. I don't know. I'm gonna say it.
What's up?
When we're stressed out about anything, including debt, there's so many other detriments to our lives, our health, our family, our friends, all can see it on us. And then when you become debt free, you can start focusing on things that truly make you happy. It really is true happiness. I've had many individuals make up with family members after going through bankruptcy because they don't have this stress. It really changes your mindset and it allows you to have the freedom, the mental freedom to take care of what's really important. And I certainly recommend it for everybody because, as we all know, life is too short.
We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement D.
No, but you know why? You know why? Because let's say hypothetically that she has somebody in her life, right? Should they be a casualty of whatever it is?
I
that's
get it.
happening?
And she don't want her husband to be a part of what they got going on.
I didn't say she had a husband. You said
Well,
that.
she said she had a husband.
Okay.
She did say that. And I said, well, where is this husband? I don't see him nowhere on this Instagram. I don't see anything. I barely see a reel.
A lot of people want to protect their people
I get that too.
from the internet.
But I
And
said,
I'm
but
not saying
your
that she got
husband could
anybody.
have shut this down with one. She ain't this. That's it. That's all. Me and Anton cool.
I think it's a lot
They're
more.
moving on.
It's a lot more complicated than that. And I can't speak to nobody else's situation, but I think it's a lot more complicated than that.
And I also asked her, I said, your husband didn't mind you going to sit courtside with Anton?
Oh yeah, that's cool. I go to courtside all the time.
Even your wife, she didn't mind. They got y'all on the jumbo transfer. I got the.
Listen, my seats, unfortunately, is courtside right there next to the Pistons bench. It is what it is. So
Are y'all in an open relationship?
never, under no circumstance, ever.
I'm looking back at her,
No.
y'all. That's why
You
I'm
can-
asking.
you can ask her.
You know, like, y'all don't want on camera. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
But
can listen. You can ask me anything.
I got you.
There is nobody that has ever touched my wife, ever,
Okay.
ever. I've known her since high school, since 9th grade.
So y'all been married that y'all
We got married
high
at 22.
school Sweethearts.
I would never let a guy touch her, ever, under no circumstance. ever.
I get you. What I'm saying is like, I mean,
Tasha, why don't you just ask me?
But I love my husband. Like, I've been married. We'll be married 20 years July this year.
I got you beat.
By 1 year.
It don't matter. I got you beat. It'll be 22 this year for me.
So it'll be 20 years for us. But like, I told Mika straight up, it's not that I'm insecure, right? But you know, where I'm from the South. Y'all are from the North. So things are perceived very differently. My husband, courtside, and Mika is stacked.
Yeah, she's stacked.
Gorgeous.
100%.
Ain't no. Well, I told her, I said, you think you gonna bring your little pretty little self around my husband? Bitch, you got me fucked.
Why y'all
I
so?
told her just like that.
This
and
is
she
a
was
better.
just like,
The real conversation is why y'all so insecure.
no, it's not. I'm insecure. I was raised that way. I'm not insecure. It's
What do you
just
mean?
because my husband.
Listen.
On
This
the
is
other,
this is the way I look at it, Tasha.
okay.
This is the way honest to God, this is the way I look at it. I look at everything as content.
Could she go courtside with another man?
So Rita, she's not a content creator.
Could she?
She's not a content creator.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
Could she?
It matters.
No, because there's a level to like, I don't talk about disabled people. I don't talk about kids. I don't talk about misfortunate people that just can't defend themselves. I have a boundary to what I use as content. And I don't play with my marriage as content.
When Mika comes and does anything with me, 9 times out of 10, Rita is there. Like a lot of times when people, like the interview, for example, we did an interview, me and Mika, whatever, so on and so forth. She was there.
I know
It's-
but it's the
most of the time where I
off-camera,
travel-
the intimacy. You going
For a courtside seat?
Bro, that's considered a date. You have to
No,
understand.
Tasha,
Okay, as a
I'm not with
content
you on
creator,
that.
Anton. Okay, so this is
We
where
live
we're
in a
gonna-
social media era,
This
and
is
you
where
know
we're
all
going to
visibility
agree to disagree.
is good visibility.
I was just out with Ray J a couple weeks ago for his birthday. We were, being ushered around from club to club. We get to
Ray
one, yes, Ray J. We get to one club and we're packed to the back, and he looks to me and screams, "Man, Tasha, we got this trolling shit on lock. They don't understand what it takes to do this." And I'm looking at Ray J. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be trolling."
Yeah.
What are you talking? Like, this is my real personality. I'm like
I
when I
feel you.
asked you and he started crying on my set because he was really drunk. He wasn't sad that I asked that question. He had done took down a whole bottle of Casamigos. The nigga was, you get drunk emotional.
Casamigos is a young chick's drink.
Bro, he came
can't
in
drink.
straight, and then A1 came in. They had some cognac. They started fixing drinks in little glass mason jars like this. So he had 2 of them when he was on the set.
Right.
Then was gone. Feet was ashy. I had to get him to lotion his feet during the interview.
Why you have me look down and see if
Bro,
my feet was
I'm
out?
telling you, had on shoes, But like, and then when I asked him, I was like, listen, I gotta ask the question that everybody want to know. Do your mama and your sister with you with the way you've been on the internet?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh shit, he just broke down. He got emotional. But for me, like people would say, oh, that's a troll. I'm like, no, that's really how I am. I'm gonna ask you, like I'm asking you straight up about the Mika
said you
shit.
can ask me anything.
So I feel like there's a method to creating content. You want the salacious, eye-grabbing stuff, but then there's a boundary. Like I would never ever play with my husband and go out with another man to a basketball game and make it seem like it's a date, because then in public people look, you a simp. How you gonna let Tasha K do you like that?
But that's the difference between me and you is that I think that all content is good content. I think that you have to look at it from a business. I look at everything from a business perspective. Everything.
Let me ask the wife. Give me a second.
Well, you can't put her on camera.
I ain't gonna put her on camera. I just want, can I get
Go ahead.
permission to get your voice? Okay, Shay, I have to move off camera. She cannot be seen, but I'm gonna let her voice be heard. Is that okay? I'm just gonna move this way. All right, cool. He be tripping about me moving. You better sit your ass down. Okay, Miss Rita, you are absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I can tell you ain't worked there 18 years. Damn. That's why I be stressed out and shit. I be working
She don't
every day. So Miss Rita,
She worked for me.
She works for you. She don't work for you. You
Yes,
work
she
for
does.
her because she ain't working. You working.
She runs the whole real estate division of what it is that I'm building. We build houses and everything.
You're building or y'all are building?
I own the company. She works with the company. She is my wife, so naturally she's automatically involved. But her responsibilities in the company is to oversee dealing with the contractors. She pull the permits. She work with everybody. She is very smart.
So you don't own the company? It's not 50-50?
There ain't no such thing as 50-50.
Hold on, no,
We together. Like, that's my husband, so what's mine is his.
Okay,
What's
so
his
but
mine.
is your name on the company as owner?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you is, as a content creator, he has amassed a lot of followers, right? 4 channels. Do you feel like he needs to create content in context that would, one, because Mika is being slandered, okay? Yes, it does take 2 content creators to do that. And 2, that would give the image or perception that there's some disrespect going on in your relationship. Don't you feel that Anton is bigger than that and he doesn't need to create content like that? Or is that okay with you?
Honestly, I don't even think about it because I don't follow that type of stuff. I do think that Mika is getting slandered, and I don't think that she deserves the slander that she's getting. But as far as the content goes, I don't think about it because I don't care. Like, I don't care what people say about me.
But
And I
perception.
don't care what people think about me because I know the truth and I know what happens in our marriage and our relationship, and that's all that matters to me. Like, what people say and think, I could care less.
I get it, but not everybody is built like you, and even certain family. Like my husband is Muslim, right? So even me out being on a date with another man or hugging another man, like you know how you do, I have to do like the side hug. I can't fully engage with another man on a hug just because of his culture and his religion. It's not that he's insecure, it's just the way that, you know, women on this side, men on this side. But for you, I'm saying your husband is very successful. We could both agree, right? He, at this point, I don't feel like he needs content creation because obviously you guys have an off platform to where you could still sustain yourselves as millionaires to thrive, right? Do you feel like with everything that has happened to Mika, she's a casualty of war. Now she's having to come out here and defend herself, defend her name, protect. Do you feel like maybe they could have not done content like this and it wouldn't have been the repercussions that's going on now? Because it does look bad. And that's what I was telling Mika when I interviewed her. When you look from an outsider looking in, and I'm not Tasha K. I'm every woman that's looking at you, looking at Anton. We barely see you. We see her. She's gorgeous. You're at basketball games with him. Can you understand from a person's perspective how they would view that?
Yeah, absolutely. But as far as the content goes, I mean, I don't think that it should have been handled differently because nobody knew that it was going to get to this because that's not the idea behind it. Like, that's not what they were going for. That's not what they was doing. And when she went on the show with him, Corey knew that she was coming. So for him to try to flip it like he didn't, that's where the disconnect is, I feel like.
Okay. And it's okay for him to go to basketball games with other women. Because there's one more that I saw. She had a lot of gums. I don't know who she was. Was that your cousin? Who was it? He don't
I
want
thought you was talking to her.
I am talking to her, but I'm just saying there was
What,
another.
Tasha-
She don't know. She probably don't know who he went to the basketball game with.
She knows every time I go everywhere.
Okay, so
She not
there
in
was
the
a
dark.
lady he went to the basketball game with. When she went to smile on the jumbotron, all I saw was gums and it was little bitty teeth. And I was just like, when I saw you, I was like, what the f is he doing out with it? No disrespect to her. Did you see what I'm doing? This is gonna go viral. So what I'm saying is, does he need to do that to create content? Don't you feel like he's talented enough to leave the perceptions of content trolling alone?
But look where it got him. We're here with you because of it.
True. True.
So-
Because I wouldn't have called you unless it was, you
So
know.
why would we stop?
But now Mika is literally being, for her to have to sit on a platform like mine, I gotta say, she has some PR training. I gotta give it to her because I went at her every which way to break her, and she didn't break. And then when we broke off the camera, I said, "You're doing good. You ready for the big leagues? To sit with me, you ready?" Because there was no stone left unturned, and I just feel like a lot of that stuff can be done without to make content. And I would have interviewed him anyway. He sat with Charleston White. I would have.
I don't know.
I would have. I didn't even know about Mika till she reached out to me. She reached out to me. I did not reach out to Mika.
Okay.
Yeah, she was off my radar.
Tasha, I think you don't understand. I have a level of loyalty in my life.
I can tell she's very comfortable.
That's a different.
And you see, I'm in her face.
Yeah, I know.
Smelling like
She
alcohol
not
and
tripping.
everything.
You smell delicious.
Thank you.
by the way.
She not tripping off of none of this.
It's Valentino, yes.
Rita don't
Okay.
care about none of this.
I'm coming. Give me a second. Look at him being all husband-like. But okay, no problem. So you're okay. Your marriage is secure. You don't mind him going to basketball games with other women. It's all good.
It's all good.
All right. She's a good woman. I say it's a good man, Savannah. She's a good man. She's a good woman.
I believe that if guys don't have 100% confidence from their girl, and if they girl is feeling some type of way, then that's the responsibility of the guy before you ever become public to have control over your situation. Right? My chick is unshakable. She not tripping off of none of this because everything that I was already doing or everything that I got going on, I'm good. I don't have the same problems that other men have. I don't have those problems.
Well, I mean, if you take care of your wife and you're honest, I always tell men this all the time, and we can agree on this. If a man tells a woman the truth, she gonna stay. Because it's about the respect. Don't leave me in the dark. That's why a lot of women have no problem being on the side because they know more than the wife when they're on the side.
But there's nothing on the side.
I get it. I'm just telling you how forthright we are as women. We can adapt to any situation. My husband comes from a polygamous background.
Really?
His dad, yes. His father has 3 wives. His brother has 2. His other brother has, 2 wives and a baby mama.
So let me ask you a question. So it's,
Down here, look at your
Yeah.
but it's not cool if I take a girl to the game.
In my opinion, absolutely not. Unless
Really?
you want her ass whoop, Antoine.
Why?
You trying to get that bitch ass whoop.
Why?
Because I don't know her. And I don't know her intentions.
But she does know.
I get that. But what I'm saying to you, as a regular woman watching your platform, watching the content coming out, it is viewed as a conservative man who stands on conservative values is being disrespectful to his wife.
I don't really care about what other people think. The only thing that matters is the truth. Now, from a content creation, see, I'm able to separate it. I could separate the content from the real. And the real is that ain't no smut on my name. Ain't nobody that have never said nothing negative about me. I don't owe nobody nothing.
So you never cheated on your
I've
wife?
never cheated. Never. That's not. And I'm looking you in your eyes, and I'm telling you, I ain't never cheated.
Okay. Did you have her permission
That's
to
not even.
sleep with anybody else?
Let me tell you what my life philosophy.
You ain't answer
No.
yes or no.
I'm gonna answer your question, but I want to
Okay.
add the context too, because I
Okay.
answered it first and saying that I ain't never did nothing out of pocket.
But cheating and having permission, like my father-in-law has the permission of all the women to marry. They have to ask permission to the first wife to get the second wife, second and
Well,
first
I'm not
wife
from
to
that
get the
culture.
third.
I'm from
You
here in the United
understand? So
States of
there's an
America.
agreement.
There is no agreements. But let me tell you what my life philosophy is, and this is the reason why I say this. I don't have time for hoes. That's the honest to God truth. I come from an environment and a generation where they say MOB is money over bitches all day long. I'm never going to fumble a bag over a woman under no circumstances. Never. It's 8,760 hours in a year. That means if I'm not making money with you, if I'm not getting money with you, I have a bunch of women. Literally like 80% of my staff is women. If we not getting money together, it's nothing for us to talk about. If I'm not trying to figure out how it is that we can get a bag together, I don't give a fuck about you. That's just straight up. Because I don't have the capacity to really even spend as much time as I want to spend with my own daughter. So ain't no way in the world that I'm worried about a hoe. Listen, I'm 43 years old. It's plentiful. That's nothing. That's easy. That's easy. I'm rich, I'm successful, and I can do anything that I want to do. I can go anywhere where I want to go. I can buy pretty much anything I want. That's low-hanging fruit. My goal is to figure out how I can generate the most revenue possible, take care of as many families as possible, make sure that the people in my community is straight, and make sure that all of the people that depend on me got a bag. I don't have time to be focused on no hoes. So if we can create content together, or if we can go get some money together, then cool. Then you can be in my sphere. And I'm gonna play it up.
But a lot
No, I'm gonna play it up. I'm gonna sell it for the cameras and all of that. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Prior to me realizing that you actually had a husband here, I was thinking to myself, I might have to flirt with Tasha a little bit.
That what happened though. I'm not that type of person you can flirt with.
Well, I didn't know that, but we was gonna figure that out.
Even if I wasn't with my husband, I'm
But
not the type of person you can flirt with.
I have to respect the boundaries that you
Yeah.
create because this is your platform. This is the space that you live in. But I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it 1,000 times out of 1,000 times. And my biggest thing is, and what I try to understand from people is, why don't y'all leverage the visibility, even if it's negative visibility, in order to get more, in order to run it up?
I mean,
I don't.
but
I look at everything as a marketing opportunity.
I get that. But when we get to certain phases in life, like me, when I first started, I don't know if you're familiar with my early on content. I was ruthless.
Yeah, so
You the one that found out about Derrick Jackson.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what the problem with Derrick Jackson
We
was?
take full credit.
You know what the problem
They
about
never
Derrick
noticed
is?
the car seat in the back.
You know what the problem with
What's
Derrick
up?
was?
What's
it's
up?
that apologized. Why you going on an apology tour? What is you doing, bro?
He went everywhere but here.
He should have came straight to
He
you and
should have
kicked
came, and
it.
he reached out to us. We had him booked first class flight.
Why did he stop?
He punked out and backed out.
But
I would
guess
have
what?
been able to have a conversation with him that would have turned the viewers
Guess what?
back on his side.
Guess what?
What's that?
The hoes still love Derrick Jackson.
They do.
So what the is he apologizing for? What is he apologizing for? They not going nowhere. That whole Desmond and Christy Scott situation.
Oh yeah, Desmond, he getting clout. They in the DM heavy.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel culture is over. Unless you say something that's just absolutely egregious towards a specific group or something like that. As far as guys getting canceled for the visibility that comes with this and that ain't going nowhere.
Beyonce just lost 12 million and counting in one day.
I don't know. You know more about that than me. I don't know nothing about it. What she losing
Thinking
for?
beside Jay-Z and
Nah,
them
she'll be alright.
Epstein allegations,
alright.
that we've never seen her
She'll
drop
be alright.
this. I mean, of course she's gonna be all right, but it's like, I think
That's
it's her
different. You talking about
silence-
kids, right?
Yes.
I ain't talking about.
I
Like,
got you.
pedo
What
and
I'm talking
kids type of
about,
thing. I'm talking
I
about
think
regular,
if Derrick
everyday
would have
stuff.
faced me the same way he faced the Breakfast Club when Charlamagne had that whole
Yeah.
Jessica Reed situation, and he was trying to play the mediator, trying to soften Charlamagne's image.
Yeah.
You know, when I came out with the Jessica Reed situation, right? Justice for Jessica Reed. Watch your drinks and watch your kids around Charlamagne.
Jesus
And
Christ.
nigga that tried to sue me a few times. I said, what did I say that was a lie exactly? Oh, you thought this was 2018?
Yeah.
Bitch, it's only one and done, okay? Nobody will ever get a lawsuit like that against me again, okay?
He should have came and kicked it with you.
He should have. That's what. But the problem is they try to fight me from behind the scenes, and I'm the type of bitch, I get louder.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
No, I think that you are cool.
I am very cool and I'm very reasonable. Just don't come play in my face.
Yeah.
And I come from a culture where molestation was swept under the rug. For me, though, I got justice. So they have to understand who they're dealing with. They're not dealing with a person that's just trying to gain clout off their name.
Mm-hmm.
I was a black girl that was victimized that happened to have aunties that looked out for me. But then there's
that
a
makes a
lot of black
difference.
girls
Yeah.
that didn't have their aunties. Looking at Rashona LaFleur, the R. Kelly victim that just
I just
rose
seen
in at
that on,
14.
CBS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
14 years old, Sparkle introduced her. Her
But see,
dad
that's
works for R.
different, though.
Kelly. That's where I'm coming from.
But you're speaking from a completely different perspective.
Exactly. That's why they have to come
because-
sit down with me.
Because kids are off limits.
Off.
But
limits.
remove the kid part from it.
And we adults, we make adult decisions, and as long as they're consensual adults, and I said this about Diddy, the only thing that Diddy should be locked up for is domestic violence.
I agree.
He shouldn't be locked up for transporting grown-ass men
I
to
agree.
him and his girl.
I agree.
That is a three-way situation. They're all sitting adults.
That's a
and ain't
little
no
diabolical.
children.
I don't like that.
What?
I don't.
Medical debt is the #1 reason Americans file for bankruptcy, and soon they're going to be reporting on your credit. And usually, the medical debt is not your fault. If medical bills are overwhelming you, bankruptcy can stop the collection calls and get rid of the medical debt and allow you to focus on healing instead of worrying about being sued over medical debt. I'm Chad Van Horn, and if you're buried in medical debt, give me a call today and let's find a way out.
We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that.
You want another truth?
I do.
Kim was the best lover I ever had.
No man is going to marry you because they're never going to think that they're better than Cam. They'll f you, but they won't marry you just because you made that statement.
And what you don't have is a good nigga, because the shit that comes out of your mouth is wild. I can't even believe you're a wife. So how dare you?
A normal, healthy-minded, with great self-esteem 40-year-old woman wouldn't have allowed Cam to play with her the way that him and his boys play with you, like you were a dumb bird who didn't understand money or anything like that. He complimented you in the process to gaslight you, but he let his friends who knew you play with you. Where you going? Where's she going? Why she can't see him on her side, Jasmine? Why she can't see him on her side? Where'd you go?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you the difference between me and when people gonna step into my platforms. All right?
Okay, all right, cool. I'm listening. I'm listening.
I don't like that.
What?
I don't.
If a
That's
grown
some
man
wild
is
shit.
selling his dick.
I'm with the idea that I don't believe that he did anything wrong as far as what he was doing sexually in his own.
Yeah.
If all adults are consenting,
that's his sex life.
I can't.
Right, but he was
I'm a vanilla type of person.